So it's currently 4:30 in the morning. I'm not that tired. I should be asleep right now. I haven't made one of these in like a month and a half. Right now it's April. The main reason why I haven't made one of these in a while is because of the whole thing that's going on with this like virus and quarantine stuff, and I've been at home for the past month, and I'm gonna try not to speak too loud because like 4:30 in the morning. You know, my sister's upstairs, so I don't want to wake her up or anything. But yeah, it's been a while since I made one of these. As a adult, like, why am I wearing a hat? um, it's because, like I said, I've been stuck here for the past month. I can't go outside. Everything's closed, and my hair was kind of getting grown out a bit, so I practically just shaved my head. And so yeah, that's why I'm wearing this hat. It doesn't bother me that much because like I said, I don't even go out, so like who cares really. But for the sake of this video, I just found this hat and I just put it on. So yeah, that's that. But yeah, like, I've been stuck here. I haven't made one of these because like I don't really have anywhere to do these things. Like because I have to babysit these my nephews like all day, and like at late at night is like the only time I really have like where I'm like by myself. So I'm doing this so late. But yeah, no, like the reason why I did one of the well, like why I'm doing this now is because I was watching my old videos, um, specifically like the more recent ones that I've made, and that kind of just got me in the mood to like do another one of these. The last one I made, just going through the last few ones, like the whole theme of it, well, not theme, just like the whole way I was kind of presenting myself. Like I was like doing really really well at the time. Like a couple months ago, like I was on a roll doing my own things, and mostly because of this whole virus thing, like I was kind of put things on hold a bit, which kind of sucks because like I had a lot of momentum going. I was doing pretty well in school, and not just like school, but like the routines I had going on, and and like I was really getting into it, and I really had like goals that I wanted to accomplish, and this whole thing that happened kind of put like a hold on that. And that kind of sucks because now it's like I've been living the same day every day. Like I haven't been able to exercise like I used to. My diet has like completely fallen off, but it doesn't bother me that much because I know once I'm able to get back in my routine, I can make up any progress that I've lost pretty quickly. So yeah, it doesn't bother me much, but it kind of just sucks that that's the position that I am in right now. But other than like the physical aspect, like the mental part of me, like I'm doing good. I'm pretty good. I've whatever things that I was thinking about a couple months ago in those videos, I've continued and progressed from that. Specifically, I remember talking about one specific thing I remember talking about is um not being scared to do things. And I remember talking about the whole process of me moving from Canada to here when I was 16. I just did that and how I was feeling at the time. And like I kind of hit a point where like I feel the same way now. Like I'm at a point where I'm just like, okay, like I don't feel particularly excited just like being here all the time. And maybe that has to do with me being stuck here all the time, but like even then, like it's not even just the, I don't know, like I feel like it's time for me to get a new start again. you know um I graduate next year in spring. I'm planning on saving up money after that and then just moving somewhere. As of right now, where, like, I'm thinking Texas. um don't not like I don't know like why I came to that. Like I just know I just wanted to go somewhere kind of far away, somewhere I think would be nice, and I picked that place. Just happened to be the place that I picked. But yeah, like honestly, I'm just tired of just seeing the same people all the time and the same shit. Like, and by that I don't mean like my family. Like obviously, like I love my family and stuff. Like I love seeing them, but I kind of hit the point where like I'm ready to be completely like independent and on my own. And it's exciting to me because I can finally do things that I've really wanted to do. Because one thing I recently learned about myself is that for me to, really do the things that I want to do and take it seriously, I need to be in an environment that I feel like allows me to do that. I can't just do the things that I want to do like being here, you know? Like I can't um be motivated and be consistent with a diet, for example, living here, because I'll just being here, like I'm just, it's so easy for me to be complacent, just eat whatever I want. But as opposed to like living on my own and being on my own and being responsible for the own food that I buy, like I'm more motivated to be consistent with that. And I know this because that's literally what has happened for the past month, or not the past month, but like this past, like 10 months, me being at school or whatever, like that's what happened. I was on my own, I did my own things, I had my own routines, and I followed them, and I was consistent with it. And I feel like I want to apply that to other things that I want to do in my life, but I feel like I need to be in that environment where I'm just on my own and I'm just doing my own things. And that's like why I just want to just get out of here and just do my own things and be on my own, really. um yeah, in general, I'm just at that point where I just feel like I need a fresh start again. And, you know, um, but I don't know, like, I'm also like realistic. Like, realistically, that won't happen for like at least another like 2 years. I don't want to make a mistake of rushing it, because when I was 16, I did rush it. I didn't really put much thought to it, but I didn't really suffer any consequences because I was 16. I moved in with my sister, but I don't want to make the mistake of like moving and then like not really thinking it through and not having enough money, for example. Like I really need to think of this seriously. And if I really do, which I believe I will, if I really go through with this, I need to really plan it out and just not rush it like I did before. Let's see, what else. So talking about like those hobbies and stuff, um, I, you know, talking about school, um, I never wanted to go above and beyond school wise. I've never been motivated to do well in school. The only reason why I do well in school is out of pure, just, I don't want to call it talent, but just, I don't know, I was just gifted being able to do well in school. And because I was gifted in it, combined with the fact that I don't care about school, and I'm not motivated to do it, I just half-ass my way. But my level of half-ass is actually like really good compared to other people. I can half-ass and get a B or get an A or whatever. But like that's just me. And it was like, some kids, like they grew up wanting to be doctors or whatever, and that's what motivates them to do well in school. Like I never like had that. I grew up, my mom told me, you have to, like, after high school you go to college. And I never really fought against that because I had no other like desires or motivations, so I just did it. And I did it because I knew like I could do it. Like I have the ability to go to college, get the degree, and do whatever. Like I know I can do that. But like now I've hit a point where like, I've always known that I don't really give a shit about school. I never told anybody that because I didn't want my parents, my mom, thinking that hey, I'm gonna drop out or something. Like I'm not gonna do that. Obviously, like I'm 1 year away from graduating. I'm just gonna finish it. But do I want to get a PhD? Do I want to do this and that? No, like I honestly don't. Like I just don't care. You know, I used to be like I used to like think to myself like, man, like what's wrong with you? Like you should be doing the readings for class. You should be doing this and that. But I just never did because I just did the minimal amount of work that I needed to do to get a good grade. like I've always operated that way because I just don't really care. I don't have these big aspirations of being like a doctor or a scientist and this and that. I just don't care. So what led me to that? Like what made me realize that? And honestly, the word that comes to mind, like the big word that really hits me is passion, and I'm not passionate about it. And then but I thought to myself, like, what is it? Like, what is it that you want to do? And then it hit me when it hit me recently, like the one thing that I've always like loved, and I realized that how much passion I have for it. One thing that is in my life like every day, and that's music, pretty much. Like I love listening to music. I have like these headphones on like all the time. I'm always listening to music and stuff, and I feel like I have the talent. Like, I'm gonna say I feel like it because I'm really, one thing about me is like I'm really, really in tune with myself. Like, I'm really sure of myself. I know the things that I'm good at and things that I'm not good at, and I have confidence in my own ability to do well in things that I know for a fact I can do well. And music, same thing with music. I know I can do well with that. Growing up as a kid, we had this like keyboard piano in my apartment building where I grown up in Canada, and I used to play around in that, and like I really enjoyed doing that. But I never I wasn't in a position where that talent could like flourish and grow. Like my mom and my stepdad, they both work jobs all the time. They're always working and stuff. And I was a pretty shy kid, so I never like took the initiative to do extracurricular activities or pursue that. So so that kind of talent could just kind of like hid away after a while because eventually I just lost interest. But like the interest, like I picked up that interest again recently, and just like playing it, I just like I don't know, I just really enjoy it. And I want to spend like my life just like not just piano and guitar, like the two things. Like I want to perfect that, get as close to perfection as I can, and just really, I feel like it's a way that I can let my creativity kind of just shine through because everyone in my family has always been artistic, especially my younger sister, my older sister. Like they're really good at like drawing and stuff. And I was never good at that, so I always thought to myself like, man, I guess I'm not artistic at all. But now I'm realizing that I am. I'm creative and artistic, but just not in that way. For me it'd be music. And another thing, like I really enjoy like doing little like art projects, like on the computer, like what, editing pictures and stuff. And by that I don't mean like like I don't know, putting filters and shit. Like I mean like photoshopping, like doing cool things and this and that. Like I enjoy doing that. But the main thing is like music. Like I really enjoyed like doing that and just like messing around, just having fun with that. Um, like I said, like I asked myself like, okay, but okay, so music, right? Do you want to be like some big like musician? Like no, honestly, like not really. It's not something that I want to do for money. It's like my own kind of thing. The plan right now is to just like get a job in psychology, which is like I'm going to major in college, and then do the music thing like on the side as a hobby that I love to do. You know, if I were to make any money off of it, like that would be pretty cool. Like that's like a bonus, but I don't want to be like famous or anything like that. I don't really have any desires for that. And I was talking about this with like my friend Christy, like her boyfriend. He's like a musician and stuff, and like I was talking about this with them. Like we had to like talking for like 2 hours about all this stuff, and I was telling him about all this stuff, and he was telling me, about how like he does all that, and like he likes to produce music and this and that. We were just like having just like a really good conversation about this kind of stuff, and it makes me realize like my kind of, I guess, style. Like I really, cause he, for example, like he likes collaborating and like performing and making music with other people. I'm more of like the opposite. Like I like my own, doing like my own thing. Which is not to say that I don't like working with other people, like that's fine, but mainly I just like doing my own thing and doing my own projects and stuff. And honestly, like my ultimate, I guess, goal and aspiration is to just make things that are worthy of like my own praise, things that I'm happy with and proud of, not necessarily like other people. You know, like this kind of sounds like an, I don't know if this comes off as like an asshole kind of thing to say, but I don't really care if other people really like it or not, because at the end of the day, like I'm doing it like for me. You know, like if you think of like any like artist or whatever, like they always say like, oh yeah, like I do it for the fans, I love the fans, this that. Me, for example, no, not really. I don't really care about the fans. Like for me, it's like I do this like for myself, for like my own like happiness and creativity. Just making something from scratch using just your own mind. Like it's just exhilarating for me. Like that's like what I want to do. Um, and the best thing about it is that it's something that I can spend years and years just like trying to master and perfect different techniques and this and that, and learning how to like produce on like my own like musical chords and notes and stuff. Like it's just really fascinating to me, honestly. And the fact that it's something that's so expansive and so diverse that I can just spend so much time just learning new and different things is, you know, it's just really exciting for me. um it would be cool if like I could, if I were to make money from it and I could live off of that, that'd be cool, because then I would mean I could spend more time doing that as opposed to like working a real job. But yeah, you know, like that's kind of just what I want, honestly. And it sucks that I have these aspirations and motivations right now, but I can't really do much about it until I'm in a position where I can. Like I said, like I don't want to like try to start working on that now. Like for example, like I don't want to start learning about how to play the piano or whatever like right now in the environment I'm right now, because I know I'm just gonna half-ass it. I'm not gonna be really motivated to do it right here, as opposed to, let's say the examples even before, let's say I moved to Texas and I have my own place living on my own. That environment is when I'm gonna be like at my best, doing my own thing. So that's why I'm kind of waiting until I get that environment that I'm looking for me to really, you know, start and getting a hold of the things that I want to do. But yeah, you know, like just talking about it right now, you're even thinking about it, like I'm just really like passionate about this. And you know, music has always been like a pretty big thing in my life. Like my music taste, for example, like it's really you know, when people hear it, like they think it's weird or whatever, which doesn't really bother me when people say that, because I can understand why they would say that, because a lot of people, at least people I know these days, like they listen to like rap or hip hop, you know, like mainstream kind of things, and I don't really, not much. Like I listen to things that people don't really know. So like when they say like it's weird, I don't get offended by it or anything. It's just not what people are accustomed to hearing. But you know, like I like things with like different beats that fluctuate. You know, like when I hear a song that I like to imagine like if I were like if this was me, if I was this artist, how would I do this part, or how would I go about doing this and that, you know? And so like it's just it's like a, the way I see it in my head is like a giant puzzle piece. Like imagine a puzzle with like 1,000 pieces, but each piece is like interchangeable in the sense that you can turn a piece into a different piece. So in theory, you have like just so many pieces, and you're making a puzzle that you don't even know what it's supposed to be. You know, imagine buying a puzzle box and you don't know what the puzzle is supposed to look like. The cover is blank, so you're just like making as you go. And when you're finally finished, you just have this like beautiful thing that you're proud of. You know, so it's, yeah, you know, it's just really just fascinating to me, honestly. And I'm really excited, looking forward to um, seeing where what I do and what I can create and stuff. Yeah, you know, I guess that's it for now. Really, it's almost 5 in the morning. I should probably get to sleep. Anything else I want to talk about? No, I guess that's it. Really. If I were to take away anything from this 20-minute video, it's just I actually tweeted this. It's like a big thing for me, you know. Don't spend your life living doing something that you're not passionate about. And that's the key word I'm using here. Do find something that you're passionate about, and it doesn't even have to be a something you can make money from. You can work a job, but as long as you have that hobby, or it could be a job that you're just passionate about, like your life will be just so much more you just get so much more enjoyment from life if you find something that you're passionate about. You know, like let's say, you know, for me, for example, let's say like I make music that I like, but I don't make any money from it. I'm happy with that because I still have something that like gives me meaning to my life, you know. So it doesn't, you don't have to, money isn't the biggest thing, you know. It's all about, I really believe that things that allow you to express your own creativity are so important to your life, because anybody can have a job or a hobby that is like routine, that you just do it over and over again. Anybody can do it. But something really special is when you can like put your own mind to it. Not everybody has the same mind as you. So when you can put your own spin on something that allows you to do that, it's just something special, honestly. So yeah, you know, just find whatever it is that you're passionate about, you know. And it's not as easy as it sounds. I'm lucky enough, like for me, like I've found it, you know. Some, you know, people you might not find until later in life, but you know, as soon as you find it, like it's really gonna change the way you go about living your life, honestly. But yeah, I guess that's it. I don't know, we'll see when I make another one of these, but I gotta go to bed. That's it for now.